Hi Stephen, thank you very much for being here, for agreeing to the interview for Darkness Unseen. Yeah, like how are you doing? So like how is the festival so far?
We don't know. We don't know. We came like 5 minutes ago.
Oh really?
Just rushed in here. So.
Oh.
This is our first expression.
Okay.
And we got a beer. We got our own backstage tent, and it's a cozy little festival.
Mm. And it's not raining yet.
Yeah. If you could like start your whole career in Merciless from the starting point again, would you do anything differently?
Everything.
Probably everything but nothing, because when you're 14 years old and you start to form a band, you don't have any serious future plans. You just do something that you think is funny. It's more like we could might as well learn to skate or something. I mean, we learned to play guitars and drums and we started a band. But then on the way, of course, there's hundreds of things that you or could have done better.
Yeah.
That discussion could go on forever.
For sure, yeah.
We took decisions when we were influenced by folköl, mostly.
Yeah.
We were living in Strängnäs. It's like 80 kilometers from Stockholm, so we didn't have so much connection with the guys up there. Of course, with the bands, but not the labels or the managements or like that. So we just sat in our rehearsal room and was quite happy with that, I think.
Yeah,
back in the day.
We released our demo tapes ourselves, of course. Like first one 50 copies, second one 100 copies, and then another 100, and then the guy from who later on made bands like the Hives, world famous. He released our second demo, and he probably sold 3,000 demo tapes. So he made a bit for us to make us take off a little bit. That was also the guy who booked us for the show with Soldom and Sepultura. So I guess we earn a little bit of respect to that guy.
Alright.
Yeah. But then we can go on forever if you want to know something specific. So.
Yeah, we will get to there as well, for sure, later on in the interview. So your first album, The Awakening, is considered a mandatory thrash death album in our days. Did you expect that it would like reach such a cult state as you were recording the album back in the days?
No, it was all about fun and release something. We were so young and was like, yeah, this is cool. So we didn't know, we didn't expect it.
For us, it really wasn't this big thing that Euronymous and Deathlike Silence was the ones that released it. That was not very important for us, to be honest, because it could have been any label, because Deathlike Silence they started the label more or less the same time when we recorded the record, so that had kind of nothing to do with that. It was the first company or the person, Euronymous, he wrote us a letter and said, I like your demo tapes, I would like to release your full-length album. And we were just happy that somebody asked us, and he believed in it, so that was a cool thing. We hadn't much of connection with him or Deathlike Silence at all after the release.
Okay.
They came to the studio when we were doing the mixing of the record. They came the last day, and they were there for 2 or 3 hours, and they were like, yeah, this sounds good, cool. And then we ate a kebab, and then they went back to normal.
Okay.
So we didn't really know them.
Alright. I didn't know that. I was actually about to ask about that one as well, how we can imagine the collective work with Euronymous, but now I got my answer, so like, I didn't know.
That's such a boring, poor story, but that's what we get.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, alright. So like, formed in 1986, I guess, you were like one of the first bands of the genre, along with Morbid, the Swedish band. And I also read in one of your earlier interviews that you knew Dead, the ex-vocalist of Morbid and Mayhem.
Yeah.
Could you tell us like a few words about Dead's personality?
Well, we met him approximately like 10 times. He was not a very special person among other people. He was pretty shy. If there were a big party in someone's apartment, he was the one, the silent guy in the corner. He was not in the middle of things. But then he was an artist. I mean, he wasn't like a pariah or something. He was a pretty laid-back, calm person. I don't know him. I never knew him deeply, but we met him a lot of times, and he came to our first gigs in Stockholm. That was cancelled. Yeah, because the punks, the barricades around the house. But anyway, we met him a few times. We drink together, and we listened to, somebody had an apartment that they had. The parents were out of town, so we could have a party in the apartment, and we had those party sessions a couple of times. We didn't really know him good.
There are a lot of stories surrounding Dead's death and also Euronymous' death and stuff like that. We can hear like a lot of bullshit actually around the whole stuff.
Yeah.
My question would simply be, like, with Euronymous' death, not only the Norwegian black, but also like the Swedish extreme metal scene in general was brought into media spotlight.
Yeah.
Did this influence Merciless in some way?
No, sorry, nothing. No. Nothing at all.
Okay.
We are disturbing. Our rhythm guitarist is disturbing the interview. Piss off. Sorry. No, that didn't bother us much at all, actually. We were not into the same things as they were. We were not even touching the black metal scene, so to say. I don't think it's that, to be honest, it had nothing to do with Merciless.
No.
We were more like a straight rock and roll band. We're more of a punk band than a black metal band, I would say.
Yeah.
So we're just not that exciting, maybe. People think we are.
I read that Century Media once offered you a contract. What was the reason for you guys not taking it?
What I remember, it was a contract, a draft for a contract. They suggested that we should sign for 7 albums, full-length albums. And to be honest, I think I was one of them that said, like, maybe this is a good chance. But we couldn't agree on if it was a good deal or not. Because there was this pressure, we felt the pressure also that should we sign up for 7 albums, we have to stick there forever. I mean, we were afraid to put ourselves into that situation. Being forced more or less to do all these albums. But in the end we decided to not take it. And if you look back at the chances for us to have another career was probably would have been totally different from what came out later, which was more or less nothing. So yeah, I think that was a stupid decision. But on the other hand, we never been this band that had been had the strong eager to like, we're gonna make it, we're gonna take off. So it's always coming back to our old band selves that we didn't take off. One of the things was that contract that we didn't do that, and the other things was because we hadn't like one strong band leader, like maybe Unleashed or two. One guy that was very sure or in charge of what was going to happen, had future plans. So we should have had a manager.
Yeah.
That would be good for us.
Small kids with a big daddy taking us to places.
the thing about not taking off, about things not taking off for you, you split up in 1994, right after releasing the Unbound album, your third album. And I also read that you guys were actually satisfied with the album itself. It's just that the audience didn't react the way to the album as you expected it, or as it would have been good for Merciless' future. Do you think that the scene reacts better to your music right now in our days?
Definitely. Yeah. It's today it's more like every album have their listeners, and most of them that like the Awakening, like it's the best. They also like an Unbound these days. Back in the days it was more like less more separate. Yeah, exactly.
Divided. But it's all coming back over and over again. It's all coming back to ourselves. Bad decisions. Because I remember we did only one gig on the album, Unbound album. One gig in Stockholm, maybe 2 or 3 months after the release, and that was a pretty good show. Really good club gig, but we had so great expectations on that album, so we thought it's going to be European tours or going to the US or whatever, and nothing happened after that gig. But I think also it was a real downer for the scene that those years around 94, 95 was not that electric. Actually, as it was like around the 1991 when everything happened. So I don't know. Bad decision again. Just like, oh, we're not getting all that we were hoping for, so we put the band on ice.
Fredrik Karlén, the original bass player of the band, who also gave the name to the band, as I read, is not with you since last year.
Exactly.
Could you guys tell me what happened there?
Yeah. Long story. We don't want to say anything bad about him, or it's quite complicated because we did this first gig in 9 years, the end of the last year on the death metal ferry between Sweden and Finland, and Tomb were there, Unleashed were there, all the old bands were there, and he was with us, and we had a good gig. And we were talking about, we got offers after that show. We got offers from Sweden's biggest festival, Sweden Rock Festival, came to us right after that gig and an offer for us to play there, and a lot of other offers came in as well. And he was into it. Doing the thing we discussed was like, this was fun on the boat, so let's give it a go. Let's do some bonus gigs. Once we started doing gigs, we can might as well try to do a good ending of this and try to get to the places where we've never been before. And he was with us. We were agreed on everything. But then when we decided to make an announcement about it, Facebook announcement, he had problems with it all of a sudden. He couldn't understand why the band should do 10 more gigs and then put on ice again. And he couldn't cope with that. Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. We would, of course, we would like to end this with all the founding members. And Peter is now playing guitar instead of drums. So that was the cool thing on the ferry gig, that the 5 members of Merciless were reunited, and it was us doing this. He's an adult man. He has to. It's his decision, and it's sad that he didn't want to do it.
Alright. You were talking about you wanted to end this stuff like with the 5 founding members, and like you were talking about ending something. Can we expect the ending of something?
Yeah, we have booked gigs for this year as we were doing this announcement. But we have question about that. We have offers for 2018, but we made this announcement, and in all honestness, I think we're trying to stick to that.
Yeah.
actually, because I don't think we will feel the same doing this another year. It's really fun to do it now. It's awesome. Every gig is awesome, and rehearsal is even good feeling even there. But I don't think that this could last for another year and another year. Then we will lose the nerve.
Alright.
And we've got other projects and stuff to do.
Alright, so that we don't have like a sad ending to the whole thing. It would be a question to both of you, and it could be also from your personal lives, for example. Is there a question that no one asked you before, and you would still like someone to ask it from you?
Wow, that's
It's a hard question.
It's a universal. Come on.
Maybe if Kate Winslet asks me to marry her, that's a 10-pointer.
Let's hope she sees the interview.
I don't know. Or if, not exactly your question, but we're really happy with having all this offer for this year. We didn't want that so many agents or promoters were interested in us. So we're really happy to be here or doing all these gigs. We'll see where it ends. We don't know exactly where what this will end to. So, but I'm sure we will not be doing this over and over, year after year. That's not right.
Alright. Okay, so Eric, Stephen, thank you very much for being here, for agreeing to the interview again.
Yeah.
And I wish you like a nice festival and nice gigs after this one as well this year.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.